What's up, my loves? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nathallie Hughes. Today's video is an audio snippet of some bonus content within the Elevate course. This particular snippet is a part of an audio that is all about releasing fear of your emotional state and learning to work with your emotional body more than ever before. Our emotions can become a signal that we aren't good enough. Our emotions can become the signal that we aren't good enough. Why? Because if I'm quote unquote not supposed to be crying because of this rude, cold thing that my caregiver said to me, then there must be something inherently wrong with me for feeling sad and crying. So now, as I move through life and people say things to me that are hurtful to me, when people say things to me that are hurtful to me, my feelings get hurt. I'm going to reaffirm that story in that moment. I'm going to feel shame towards myself for feeling the way that I feel. I'm going to feel shame towards myself for feeling the way that I feel. And I'm going to reaffirm the story that there is something inherently wrong with me. Shame, we're going off of Teal Swan's definition. Shame is when I believe that I am bad. Guilt is when I've done something bad. Shame is when I believe that I am bad. When we're dealing with feelings of shame, we're dealing with the story that there's something inherently wrong with me. Sometimes it's something inherently evil, something inherently bad, something inherently unlovable, something inherently unacceptable about me. In this case, it is our feelings and our emotional responses to things. So when we get our feelings hurt, we're telling ourselves the story that there's something inherently wrong with us. We feel shame. And as a consequence of this, we feel like we are not good enough. Because if I was good enough, I wouldn't feel hurt when people hurt my feelings. If I was good enough, I wouldn't feel hurt when people hurt my feelings. So when we have this perspective, when we have these beliefs, the second that I feel unworthiness, the second that I feel bad, if you can't identify that it's unworthiness yet, the second that I don't feel good as a natural consequence of my experience, whether it's because somebody said something to me that I didn't like, or I didn't get the result that I was hoping for, or I realized a pattern or behavior within myself that isn't something that would be widely considered amazing and lovable and wonderful and all this stuff. When I become aware of these bad feelings, or when I experience these bad feelings, I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive myself. I forgive myself. I feel unworthy of love, and I forgive myself. Because it doesn't make me a bad person that I feel this way. We can get so frustrated as we move through our journeys, and healing is cyclical, and we come back to the same kind of storylines a couple times to continue cleaning things up energetically. And it can feel like, fuck, how many times am I going to come back to this same event that happened in my childhood? How many times am I going to come back to this same story? How many times am I going to come back to this? That can be so frustrating, because you're doing your best, and it can sometimes feel like, if I was good enough, I would have overcome this story by now. If I was good enough, then I wouldn't feel this way anymore. Are you understanding what we're talking about right now? So I forgive myself. I forgive myself. And now let's focus on going back to my emotions, the purpose of my emotions. As always, I hope that this helps you, and if it resonates with you, then I invite you to check out the Elevate into a New Circumstance digital course, and of course, join us in that if you feel called to do so. Love you so much. Bye.